We didn't let the team go because we were stretching out balls.
69. I got 69. We're going to do 69.
Might be the sack of the year. Smacked it from behind. He beats pucks.
And his ability to suck in these balls.
Now recording.
Lance, you get that?
Yep, I got it.
All right. So this is what week is this? This is the week 5 results, week 6 predictions of the Huge Sack podcast. Here with Phil, Luke, and Lance again. Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
What's going on, guys?
All right. I think we just jump right in. This week was kind of a weird one for me, I guess, just because I did poor in my picks, I think. Anyway, I'm going to start with my highs and I'm going to start with my Vikings. My Vikings won this week. That's pretty exciting. I thought they played pretty good. I thought that they came out and they handled business like they should have at home. I don't think that their defense is playing up to the standard that they should be, but their offense is getting things to click, which is a good sign. And that's kind of all I have to say about them. Justin Jefferson had a hell of a game again. Kirk Cousins started, what was it, 7? What was it? Was it 17 for 17?
I think so.
I thought they played real good in the first half, at least. 3 straight drives for touchdowns. Stalled out a little bit at the end, but they managed to recapture the lead in the 4th and close the game out with a strip ball fumble, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about my Vikes, I think.
Yeah, because what?
I was going to say, Phil, that you had messaged us like, yeah, the Vikings doing pretty well. And then they started falling behind because they didn't score in the 3rd, and Bears are coming back. Bears took the lead. And I was like, oh, did somebody talk too soon?
They got it taken care of, okay? 4-1 leading the division. Let's go.
For now.
Yeah, that is just all I was gonna add. Because I mean, what happened? They almost did blow that game.
I know. I think their defense and their offense just kind of started to coast, and I don't think that that's what.
Yeah.
But that's the difference between last year's team and this year's team with the coach changes. I think that this Kevin O'Connell, is that his name? What's his last?
Yes. I think you're right.
I think he has a different mentality, and he's not going to let them coast at the end of games when they have leads. I think he's going to make sure that they do something towards the end. Hopefully they can. I mean, that's honestly what's been happening all season for them. They've been doing this where they make it a close game for some stupid reason, but they've been winning. So I think it's fair to say that something changed in the offseason with the coach swap. Yeah. All right. So let's jump over to Luke's team.
My Packers ended up losing this week. They, I didn't get to watch the game because it's too bad that some of these overseas games and different country games are only on NFL Network, and not everybody is rich enough to have cable, which is unfortunate.
7 o'clock in the morning for us.
Right.
Yeah, but I followed a little bit with the stats here and there. I saw that the Packers had like a 17-0 lead or something, or 17-3 or whatever at some point, and they ended up blowing it at the end. And I don't know. The Packers were like the last team to finally go over to London, and they didn't put out the performance I was looking for.
They had a huge fan base over there.
I guess so.
I don't know if you guys remember, was it a year or two ago? There was the Aaron Rodgers doppelganger in the crowd
Right.
at one of the games.
I saw that he was there.
He was there because he's a German guy, I think. And it's
Oh,
like,
I think you're right. Yep.
well, I don't know. Like, even with two Aaron Rodgers, they couldn't do it. So, I mean, props to the Giants. They're being a hell of a team this year.
They're
4-1.
they're my surprise team so far. Like,
yeah, I'm just hopefully when they come back home now to the best goddamn country on the planet, hopefully we start doing better.
yeah.
Here's the deal. I don't think that game. First of all, we can't look at the Giants like they are what they were 2 years ago or a year ago.
No, I completely agree.
No.
And it's hard not to this season because they are still kind of a surprise for us, but they're a good team. So I mean, if the beginning of the game didn't go like that and this was like a back and forth kind of game, this is a reasonable score. There would be nothing to complain about. I think the problem is that you had the lead. Right.
Yeah, and the two batted balls right at the end.
That was tough.
I mean, it looked, at least, I don't. Lance, did you see it? I know one of them came from the right side of the line. Did both of them come from the right, or was it left and right?
I have a feeling. Yeah, I think the first one was right and the second one was left. Yeah, because Rodgers rolled out to the left side of the line, and then that one got batted. Yeah,
and I mean that's too bad because the Packers finally have David Bakhtiari back, who's all pro, so good offensive lineman, and I mean he's been out basically 2 years now with injuries, so maybe he's still getting his feet under him a little bit, or maybe it was because Rodgers rolled out and didn't have as much protection. But we'll just hope it works out when they come back to the.
What I just think is going on too now is that I think the Packers have been so reliant on just Rodgers alone, and now they're still trying to do that, but teams are starting to figure them out. So the Packers have to find other ways to win these kinds of games. Like, they can't be blowing leads like this. Defense needs to step up.
Well, that's true. I'm pretty sure I saw that the last touchdown the Giants scored was in the wildcat formation with Saquon Barkley taking the snap, and as far as I know, I don't know if I've seen like a running back or a receiver take a snap for the Packers unless they got a shit ton of quarterbacks hurt. I think I saw Randall Cobb take a snap a few years ago before he had left and come back. But I don't know if I've ever seen like funky formations from the Packers to try something else.
I guess where I'm at with this is I guess my only question, and this is excluding the end of the game or whatever was said about the two running backs on the Packers not getting a chance at the end zone there. I feel like throughout the game, maybe they should have been utilized a little more. They weren't doing bad. They were both averaging like 5 yards a play. So I'm just questioning why they didn't try and attack with the running game a little more than, I don't know. I guess I don't really.
And it's shown that when they do run the ball, they win. Yep. Just kind of getting that,
Yeah, maybe they're still not overly used to the running game because they haven't overly had it until the past couple of years.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. It's really all I got to say about the Packers. Just hope they figure it out. I hope it's not a typical Vikings type season for them. Just had to throw that in the game.
That's right. All right, let's swing over to AFC a little bit there, Lance.
Oh my god.
Good stuff.
Guys, my team stinks. And I just feel sick right now watching this. I don't know what. I don't even think it's Hackett anymore. Yeah, they're kind of running some goofy plays at certain times of the game, but I mean, Russell Wilson is missing wide open guys to win games. Like I was so mad and sick after that play where it's just like, Russ, you're supposed to be this Pro Bowl quarterback, and you were speaking out about how you want to get out of Seattle, and now we're the butt of the joke because it's like, yeah, the Seahawks should have gotten rid of Russell Wilson. And I mean, Super Bowl winning quarterback comes, and it's the same freaking thing that we've been used to for the past few years. Like the Broncos just can't score touchdowns. I don't understand what's so difficult about that.
I gotta say real quick, dude. I'll be real with you. You just said that, yeah, Seattle should have got rid of Russell Wilson, right?
Right.
Gino's doing some work over there, guys.
Well, exactly. Yeah. I mean, you can look at all the stat lines. He's having a way better year than Russ is.
Easy.
And he's putting the ball in the end zone. I just don't understand what Russ is missing right now.
I don't think it's because of the weapons either. I think that Seattle has less weapons. They got Lockett, and and DK, and that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I think that your Broncos have a lot more targets.
Yeah. Corey, you could stretch the field with Cortland Sutton, and Judy is a speedster. And I mean, they had two decent running backs. Obviously, Williams is hurt now, and Gordon has fumbling issues. But I mean, yeah,
I don't, Lance, do you think it's kind of like the problem I've been having a little bit with Aaron Rodgers, where Russell Wilson just doesn't have the rapport with his receivers, like Rodgers doesn't really have them either? Is that?
I think it can be that a little bit, but he was doing like camps with them in the off season, and that it just seems like he's flat out going to his first read and he just won't leave it. He's not like recognizing, oh, that guy. Well, on that last play is a prime example. Oh, yeah, Sutton's my first read, but he's getting blanketed by Stephon Gilmore right now. Why don't I look at my other receivers? Because there's a guy wide open 2 feet in front of me, but he was just glued to Cortland Sutton. And then guess what? Gilmore bats it away for the win. It's just
I don't. It seems like Russell Wilson is regressing back to rookie quarterback status.
It looks like a rookie stat, dude. His stats look like a rookie stat. 21 for 39, 274 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. That is not a good line.
No, it's terrible. And I mean, yeah, this Colts game was supposed to be one that was supposed to be easy.
That was supposed to be an easy win for you guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my question is like, what?
I don't even blame the fans. Like that stadium emptied when they started overtime because they were so ready to be done with this piss poor effort. And yeah.
Besides, though, dude, the Colts didn't play fantastic, man.
well, no, and I mean
they got the same stat line. Matt Ryan's got the same fucking stat line.
The Broncos defense is I think they're for real. Because they're shutting teams out week after week with the exclusion of the Raiders last week. But I mean, they're shutting teams down. It's just Russ has got to find the end zone. And I just don't understand how this Bronco quarterback turnover year after year, and no one can do it. Doesn't make sense.
Let me read Gino's stat line. 16 for 25, 268 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
Maybe should trade for Gino instead of Russ.
No kidding. And you would have got him a hell of a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't give up on him yet. you know that he's got a good mind for the game, and I think that he's just got to figure himself out right now. I don't think he's as athletic as he used to be, and I think he's trying to play like that, and it's not working. Give him some
Yeah.
time. He'll try and figure it out.
I hope so. Because Because honestly, on Thursday night, me and my dad both text each other. We're just like, we can't watch this anymore. Can't watch this team.
Who do you got next week?
Chargers on Monday night.
Well,
That's also the other thing. Stop putting them on frickin' primetime. They're not that good.
it's because they got the Russ trade, dude.
I know.
Yeah. It'd be different if they were winning. You'd want them on
Oh,
prime
yeah.
time if they were winning.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, okay. Let's jump to highs and lows. We're going to do it a little different this week. I think we're going to start with our lows, and we're going to all three go through our lows, and then we're going to go through our highs after that. Does that sound good for you guys?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sure.
So I'm going to start with my low. Initially, I was going to do Jerome Boger as my low because he has been making some shit calls that are deciding games, or
It was
not even. They're just ending games. Like it just ended the game.
right.
The Falcons might not have came back and scored, but boy, they were looking real good with their offense there.
And how can you call that a roughing the passer? So what are these guys supposed to do now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Just big ol' hugs. That's all you
Yeah.
can do.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
so.
but then they can throw the ball.
Right.
It's so frustrating. Anyway, that is
Can-
not my
can you,
low. I'm not. What's
yeah.
up?
I was gonna ask, can you challenge roughing the passer now?
No,
I don't think so. Pass
No.
interference
cannot.
is the only one that you can.
Pass interference, they just did, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that barely works.
Some BS calls. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, that is not my low. My low this week is the Lions. You have the best offense in the league thus far, and you drop a fucking egg like that. What?
Yeah.
0
To,
points. 0 for 6 on fourth downs. What are you doing?
To a Patriots team that is honestly not that great. I mean, they're not good.
Yeah. Man. And Luke and I have said this before. We're in their division. We like to see the Lions do good because they have sucked for so long.
Mm-hmm.
They looked like the Lions that we all know and love the past few years, at least.
Very true.
They
Very
didn't
true.
look good at all. Only positive I can come out of that is that we don't really like Jared Goff. Are we correct with that? Does any of us like Jared
No.
Goff?
I do not like Jared Goff, but
I hate Jared Goff.
yeah.
So he didn't have a good game either.
But
So
you know who I love? Dan Campbell.
Campbell.
That guy is awesome. So yeah, that's why I'm half rooting for the Lions just because of him.
It's like it's hard to not root for him a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just want to see him do. Anyway, that's my low. I feel like with that powerful of an offense, which
typical Belichick move that they come to town and
yeah,
he just
shut him out.
blanks them.
Well,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, dude, like this, like they aren't even close to my low for the week if they put up 3 points. If they score 3, if
Yeah.
they scored 2, if they got a safety and they had 2 points and it was 29-2, they aren't even close to my low for this week because they laid the egg. I have to put them in my low. So anyway, let's jump over to Luke's.
So my low this week is the Panthers. I didn't necessarily expect them to win this game because the 49ers have been doing pretty well. But, it's Baker Mayfield he brought the Browns out of their like 0-16 seasons, and he's just doing pretty. He's not doing much for the Panthers now that he had requested a trade away from Browns, and then the Panthers end up firing their head coach this week as well. So
It's a
it's
coordinator.
Yeah.
with the coordinator.
Yep,
It's like how now that they're going to get a new like interim offensive coordinator or a new like full-time one, is this actually going to improve the Panthers? I don't know, but all of us I think seem to be like, yeah, this is going to be a good trade. The Panthers are going to do pretty decent with Baker, and this whole year they haven't really done much.
Yeah, I mean, I guess where I'm at with this is, I agree with what you just said at the end there. They made that trade thinking that this was going to work pretty good because of Christian McCaffrey. I think that he was like the key player that they were like, okay, we have Baker Mayfield. He can make Christian what he was 5 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just maybe the chemistry is not there, but I do agree. Not is Baker is not like nicked yet. Is he starting this coming week? Or
I
have you guys heard?
believe he is. Yeah.
Okay, I agree with the play of the head coach before the quarterback. The first year in, you can't 5 games. You're gonna blame a player that's been in the system for 5 games.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's relatively new. So I agree with the play of firing the head coach. I first of all, that is my Baylor head coach. He was
It is. Yep.
so
Yep.
that was a little hard for me to hear that he lost his job. But I do think I think he's kind of like a Pete Carroll, if I'm being real. I think he goes back to college for a little bit and people will be happy with him. And then he'll maybe get another job in the NFL later on in his career. He's pretty young, so whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he's gonna probably go to Nebraska.
oh yeah, I didn't hear that.
Well, because Nebraska's stunk and they fired their head coach, so they're talking.
Gotcha,
Some people are saying that's their prediction for next year. But anyways,
cool. So that's all I have to say about the Panthers. I agree with their choice to nick the coaches instead of the players in this case.
yeah. Well, and this is Rule's third year there, right?
Yes.
Or was this only a
Second. I think it's only a
second. And I mean, well, and obviously last year they had started off with their 3-0, and I don't think they won a game after that. So, yeah, that's pretty suspect when you're an offensive guy and your team just stinks on offense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Luke, you clean with that one? Do you agree with everything we're saying?
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, I don't overly care if the Panthers do well or not. It's just
Agree. I mean, I'm with you there,
right.
but
I think it's a good week firing the head coach, so it's a good week for them to veer low.
yeah, I agree. I think that was a good pick. Lance, what's your
Yeah.
low?
Okay, well, I was gonna continue to bury my Broncos, but I'm gonna maybe I'll pick another team to talk about.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go with our Super Bowl champs, the Rams. I mean this team just isn't getting anything going, and I mean they still have Cooper Kupp. I guess I haven't looked at their rushing stats. Maybe they need to get the running backs going a little bit more, and we've kind of talked about
yards.
that the Cowboys are I mean, Cowboys are starting to cook right now, but when you're the Super Bowl champs, have a little more pride than this. Like, they haven't been good in any game yet. I mean, they just got killed by the Niners on Monday Night Football, and then they come back home and just get buried by the Cowboys. So I don't know if it's Stafford needs to start moving the ball around, get it to some other receivers instead of just Cup all the time, or this is another team that I think they need to find different ways to win this year, because if I'm being honest, kind of starting to look like some of the darker years when Stafford was in Detroit. He's almost regressing back to that.
I think
Can I gotta correct myself. I said 80 per. Anyway, that was the Cowboys. They had a total of 38 rushing yards.
Yeah, see, and you just can't have that. Like you gotta establish that run first.
well, I think my point that I was going to bring up is maybe Stafford's like arm just isn't as strong as say like Tom Brady's, because I mean Stafford has a
Right.
ring now. Maybe that's too heavy for him. Where Tom Brady has 7 and can still. I mean, this year he's not great. He got 7.
Brady's used to the weight by now.
Yeah,
Do you kind of feel like Matt Stafford like had one goal in mind? So you played for the Lions for how many years, right? And just was dog
Right.
shit, but everybody knew he was a good quarterback, right?
Yeah,
And
I think it was. Yeah,
what do you think that this was like last year was kind of his like last lunge almost, and now he's just coasting a little bit?
could be.
it really could be. Just yeah.
He's eating too much Little Caesars.
Yeah,
Brought that up last week.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it just almost seemed too perfect last year, and that's why the Rams were able to get it done. And yeah, I think you're right. Just I don't know if I would just say coasting, but maybe he just doesn't have the motivation to get
Yeah.
that one ring anymore.
Yeah, because he's got it.
Yeah,
Yep, I'm with that.
he's got it. Yep.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna swing over to our highs for the week. My high this week is the Texans. Everybody's asking why. Why the fuck are because I
First one,
think
baby.
this is their only win, and I want to give them credit when I can. This is their only win on the season, and I'm calling this right now. I don't think they win
Bold.
anymore. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
bold. It's bold, but
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I'm putting them as my high this week because they won. If I'm being honest with you guys, I didn't watch this game, but I went back and watched the highlights. Even watching the highlights is boring as hell. With
Yeah.
these two teams are like in a specific group of a couple teams that are just awful to watch. It is terrible. It looks like high school football.
Well, I
Ugh.
think the Jags are improving this year. I honestly think the Texans, because they've kind of slowed down every single team that they've played so far. So I think their defense is actually pretty decent. So maybe that's why the Jags look boring this week, because I've actually
up a
been
second.
impressed with the
Back up a second, Lance.
Yeah.
Jags, 422 yards in total offense, 286 passing, 136 rushing. They won in everything and
That was
lost
just
the game.
this week.
Yes. The Jags won in
What
every
the hell?
category and lost the game.
So how did they only score 6 points?
0 for 3 on 4th down and 2 interceptions.
Okay. Wow.
That
But yeah,
is, I mean, so I understand what you're saying about their defense. I
saying
do
that it's
agree. If I
more-
look back, yes. But
yeah,
like,
when you look at scores, the Texans are shutting teams down, but maybe not so much if you look at the individual stats.
And back up a second. Those 2 interceptions, that's your defense. So I
Right.
agree. They picked them off twice. They picked off Trevor Lawrence, a second-year quarterback, twice.
Yes. Yeah.
Probably pretty normal. I'm not, I don't know.
Right.
Listen, I think that the Texans only win this game. Good for them that they won, but I don't think that they're winning another one. That's why they're my high, because I gotta
Yeah.
slide them in where I can.
Yeah, I would probably agree with you on that one.
All right, Luke.
I chose the Cowboys as my high this week. Just because the Rams haven't been doing great, but they are the defending Super Bowl champs, and the Cowboys beat them. And yeah, I'm impressed with Cooper Rush. I think I saw a stat that he is one of 18 quarterbacks ever to start 5-0. And that is a pretty impressive stat. The issue that I'm seeing is I think it's this week. It could be next week. I'm unsure on that, but
Dak's
this
back.
is when
Dak's
Dak is
back. Yep.
coming back, and it's like you weren't winning with Dak. Dak's the one making the money, though.
Right.
But like, I think they should stick with Cooper Rush.
I agree with that.
I agree, and I think it is Sunday that Dak can come back. But
Here's
I-
what I say about. Let me throw this out there real quick. I think that your best bet is to keep playing who you're playing, and what you do with Dak. And I get that he's getting paid right now. Is you try and get a different team to buy this contract. There are a lot of teams out there that are not doing good.
I
right.
agree. I think they should try and
Don't let
trade
him play anymore with the Cowboys. You get rid of him before he shows what he is after the injury.
Right.
Yeah.
He comes out and loses, he has zero stock.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Try to pawn him off on someone else because Rush is working right now, and
Man,
I don't know.
I'll be real with you. You're not spending a whole lot of money on your I get you're spending money on him, but you're not spending a ton of money on your quarterbacks down in Miami, and you're sitting on your third string right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
At
I don't know,
Atlanta, are they? I mean, Atlanta's looking a little bit better. Are they a quarterback away?
Maybe. It's like I think that this is where the Cowboys mentality has to be, is trying to get rid of Dak and his full contract.
Yeah.
we'll see. For now, it being one of 18 people throughout the history of football to start 5-0, that's good for Cooper Rush.
Let him keep going.
And
I
I mean,
agree.
he's getting hard nosed divisional wins. He just beat the Super Bowl champs. I
Yep.
think his first win was last year, and it was against the Vikings. And I think the Vikings were relatively decent at that point. So it's not like he's just
competitive
beating
last year.
Yeah, but it's not like he's beating the bottom teams in the NFL right now. He's actually putting together some pretty decent games.
Yep. So
Yeah.
that's all I got for them. I hope they stick with Cooper Rush. I hope he keeps going, and I don't know where that stat line ends, if he's going to be like 1 of 1 at 6-0, or if he's going to be like 1 of 5 or
Sure.
something.
Yeah.
I hope he keeps going.
I do too.
Yeah, good for him.
Yep. All right, Lance, what do you got for a high?
I'm going to keep rolling with my wagon in the Buffalo Bills. Like, oh my gosh. Josh Allen is just so fun to watch. How he can just throw these bombs, and that last one to Gabe Davis where he obviously had to kind of arm fight for it and just rips it out. Like, this team is locked in, and I'm so excited for them this year, and they're just a fun team to watch.
We knew that going into the season, I think, and especially after the season opener, we knew that they were going to be an awesome team to watch.
And they're delivering. I think that's the best part, where there was all this hype around them, and they are delivering.
Yep. And I think
I do like how this was a rookie started for the Steelers, but
Yeah.
that it's something I've said before in the past where it's like you don't necessarily take any game for granted. These are all NFL teams, and they all have the ability to beat
Well,
any
right.
team at any point. But so that even though it was a rookie quarterback, they did not take it easy on the Steelers
They,
at all.
yep, they took advantage of it.
Yep, you
Because
have to.
we saw last week in Green Bay with the Patriots and Zappy, third string rookie, and he
Yeah,
almost got him.
he almost
Yeah.
did. And that,
Well, and then that's why you see the Patriots come out and fucking
Steamrolled
roll
them.
over. Yeah, like
Yeah,
that's. I think people, and maybe that's something that that the Rams aren't seeing yet, because I don't think the Rams are a bad team. They have a lot of good pieces.
yeah, they do. Be interesting what McVay cooks up to try to turn him around.
They're missing their offensive coordinator though, so just throwing
That
that out
is,
there.
you know, that's very true. Maybe that, and I mean, the Rams have Robinson. He's not Odell, but at least that gives him a pretty decent option at wide receiver too. So I don't know if it's them missing O'Connell and Odell, if that's what's going on, but
Well, what the
yeah,
fuck is going on with Odell now? I don't understand what he's doing. He's been going to
he
games but not playing, right?
right. Well, I
he's
think
just a
he's
free
still
agent.
recovering. He's still recovering from his ACL.
And
So
he's a free agent. He's in
he's a
free
free
agency.
agent. He's a free agent. Yep. So yeah,
Boy.
any team can sign him right now.
Gabe mentioned, I think, back that was it Gabe? Someone mentioned seeing him in Minnesota, and I kind of
Was
like
he?
am. Well, oh no, it was yeah. So it was. I think it might have been Gabe, but maybe it was someone else. But Luke commented on him going into Green Bay and last week, and I have the same
Right.
mentality for that. I don't want that attitude in our locker room. Because he's
Oh
gonna come in
yeah,
thinking he's hot shit, dude. Justin
yeah.
Jefferson, he's hot shit.
Yeah,
Like
I think a team like the Vikings right now, you don't need to bring that in.
exactly.
He could very much help the Packers right now if they're interested, which it
I
sounds
agree.
like Rogers is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know.
Are we good? So, Luke, do you want to elaborate on that? Do you think Rogers is ready for that?
I'm sure Rodgers is ready for experience, I suppose.
Right.
I mean, Rodgers kind of has a bit of an attitude himself nowadays, so maybe he wants more attitude. I personally don't, but I
I almost think they take a step back if they do bring him in some ways, because then that becomes like Rogers' only option. And what happens if he's covered all game? Then it's just going to go back to Rogers just trying to force him the ball every single game, and he's still not having faith in these young guys. I
yeah,
think he needs to learn. He needs to learn how to play with these young guys.
I agree. He can make these receivers top 10 receivers, but he
Right.
needs to trust them.
Well,
Yep.
wasn't there some comment on the fact that like there is only like one receiver that has something with him, or that was drafted in the first round that Rogers has like developed, or there was something about that you got a first
Yeah.
round pick that was a receiver, and that's like Rogers' first round receiver.
Right. Yeah.
And that's true. They've
I
only
think you're
pretty
right.
much gotten defense during the time that Rodgers has been there, which granted they needed defense, but Rodgers has never gotten like weapons drafted to him.
Right. They could have had a whole list of receivers, Jefferson included, that year, but they
Yep.
sat back and got Jordan Love. That's
Yup.
a tough one.
That's so sad, dude.
I'm
Yeah.
sure Rodgers is still pissed about that. He might be
Oh, yeah.
training, he might be like helping coach and teach Jordan Love a bunch, but I'm sure
Yeah.
that's still a sore spot within the
Oh,
organization.
Absolutely.
has to be. Yep.
Yep. All right, let's swing over to picks. We're gonna do 2 weeks of picks this week. I'm getting married this Saturday. Fuck
Ayo.
yeah. So we're gonna do 2 weeks. I'll be on my honeymoon for the next week. These are short weeks.
Yep.
So
Starting to hit the buys.
yep. So, I am going to just start naming off teams, and we're just gonna go through them pretty quick. If you got anything significant to say it. Otherwise, let's just kind of keep rolling through this. I think.
Yep.
Cool.
Commanders, Bears. I am gonna go with the Bears on this one.
I'm gonna go Bears.
I'm gonna change it up. I have faith in Carson this week. Commanders.
All right. We are on to the Ravens and the Giants. As much as I love the Giants and how good they're doing, I think I still have to stick with the Ravens on this one. Unless there's anything underlying like an injury that I'm missing, I gotta go with the Ravens.
I think you're good there.
Yep. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
I think I'm gonna go with the Giants this week.
I think I am also gonna go with the Giants. I love what's going on up there.
Okay, so we got the Jags and the Colts. I think the Jags bounce back in this one.
I also think the Jags are pissed about losing to the Texans.
Make it 3 for 3, Jags.
Hell yeah. All right. Patriots and Browns. Now remember, Luke and I are both on the fly on this, so I might have to think about this for a little bit. I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one, I think. It's in
Cleveland.
Cleveland, but I'm gonna go with the Patriots on this one. They put up 29 last week. That's all right.
You know, I know the Chargers are missing like Joey Bosa now, but the Browns put up 28 against the Chargers.
Yeah.
In Cleveland, I think I'm gonna go Browns.
This honestly might be the toughest pick of the weekend.
I'm with that.
Because yeah, Cleveland is starting to put up points, but Patriots are almost looking better with Zappy right now.
They are, dude.
You know, I hate to pick against Belichick, so give me the Patriots.
I'm rocking that too. I think this one is a toss up. This one is 50-50.
Yeah.
And I'm happy that it's split and we're not all lopsided on this one.
Yeah.
All right, Bengals Saints. I'm gonna go with the Saints on this one. I have been picking against the Saints every week, and I'm gonna pick the Saints this week.
I know the Bengals just lost, but I mean they held the Ravens, which is a high scoring offense, to lower points. Granted, they got held to lower points as well. I think I'm gonna go with Joey Money on this one.
Another hard toss up, but I love Joey Burrow so much, so I gotta roll with him. Oh, and he's going back home. I didn't even think about that. Going back to Louisiana. Yeah, give me Joey B.
Yep. All right, we got the Buccaneers and the Steelers. I'm gonna go with the Buccaneers on this one. Steelers look bad, dude.
Buccaneers. I don't know if the Steelers are switching quarterbacks again or what, but they're not the team this year.
Yeah. The Steelers obviously are yeah, they didn't improve as much when they switched to Pickett, so I'm going to go Tampa Bay too.
All right, we got the 49ers and Falcons, and Jimmy G is doing work, my guys.
Jimmy
Yes.
G.
What's that?
I'm going 49ers as well.
Lance?
Yep, 49ers.
Yep. All right. Jets Packers. It's in Green Bay, which is the only thing that I'm like that's making me question here, because I'll be honest with you, how this season's been going, the Jets are kind of fun.
Yeah, Zach Wilson he's cooking. But
You know what?
I think
It's in Green
Packers
Bay.
come.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna take Green Bay in this one. It's in Green Bay. They're mad, Avi. Could be cold. Could be windy. It's probably gonna be windy.
Yeah.
I got to go with my Packers at home.
Yep, I agree. Packers are gonna. Yeah, they're ready to come back home. Packers.
All right, guys. Vikings at Miami Dolphins. I am going to go with my Vikings here. I don't know what to think about their quarterback situation. Obviously, Tyreek Hill can torch a defense in 3 minutes of a game for 21 points, but I still think the Vikings can pull this one off.
Do we know the quarterback situation in Miami yet? Is Tua coming back?
I have no idea.
I think they've released anything yet.
See,
My
I don't.
Tua's still listed as out.
It's not just because I don't like the Vikings. It's because the Vikings are traveling to a hot, humid climate this time. I know the Vikings play indoors, but it's this one's tough.
You think the Dolphins steal one?
Well, if Tyreek gets the ball, is there somebody on the Vikings defense that can catch him?
Harrison Smith can.
Harrison Smith is white.
Okay. Here's the deal. No, I don't think that anybody's faster than him. I think he's currently one of the fastest people in the league, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think that the Vikings have any defensive player that can catch him in a foot race. But I think that the way that the Vikings defensive coverage is first of all, you have to guard essentially two of the fastest receivers in the league, right?
Yep.
So I think that first things first is that they're preparing for that. You don't have to worry about a run game as much, especially with the front four that you have. I think that the Vikings have people that can handle stuff, but I also think that the Vikings lose their minds a little bit.
Who's the Dolphins quarterback right now? Who's
Hello?
their backup? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't hear you for a second there. Where did I cut off?
I lost you for a second too, Phil.
Yeah, where did I cut off?
The Vikings. I honestly don't.
Yeah, so they don't have people that can run like that. They definitely have prepared for two fast receivers. That's how their defense is going to be set up. They don't have to worry about as much of a running game simply because they're front four. I know that they've been getting kind of squashed with the run game, but I think that they're going to step it up a little bit more here. Danielle Hunter had a little bit of a better game than he's been having and stuff. So I just feel like that they lose their minds periodically throughout a game. The Vikings do, and in those moments, we need Tyreek Hill not to touch the ball. If he gets the ball in those moments, doesn't matter where they're at on the field, he'll probably score.
Who's the quarterback for Miami right now? If Tua doesn't come back,
well, and Teddy got a concussion too. right?
Teddy's
On
out
Sunday?
too. It was Teddy. They're on a
Yeah.
third string quarterback.
Right.
That's why I'm saying send over Dak.
You still gotta like, yeah, you're talking about how fast the receivers are. They still need someone to throw to them. So I'm going Minnesota.
What's your pick, Luke?
I'll go Minnesota.
Hell yeah. All right, we are going to flop over to the Panthers and the Rams. Now, this one is very intriguing to me
Yes, it is.
because for some guys, now listen, you know I make stupid decisions all the time when I'm picking teams. You guys get
I
it.
think I'm gonna go the same way though.
Dude, I'm getting a feeling for some dumb reason. I don't want to. I'm gonna go with the Rams. I'm locking in on the Rams. Locking in on the Rams. They have their players. They have a coach. They have a system.
Yep.
I wanted to say Panthers really bad there.
I really do too.
I'm not going to be surprised if the Panthers win this game.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Rams.
I can't do it. Rams.
It's that one's a hard one to. It's like if that's a game I choose to try to like make back points in picks against you guys,
Yeah.
I am picking the Panthers.
I have a feeling the Panthers are gonna come out swinging, and it's gonna turn into Stafford has to make a last second drive, and he's gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cardinals, Seahawks. I'm going with the Hawks. Gino's gonna roll through the Cardinals.
Seahawks.
Really?
Ugh, I hate this fucking team, but Seahawks.
Let's go! 3 for 3 on the Hawks. All right.
I don't think I could trust Kyler right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Bills, Chiefs. This is a money game, guys. I'm gonna go with the Bills though.
I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. I'm going to go with the home team, Chiefs at Arrowhead.
Your dad's saying thank you right now.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think they have a lot better defense now, since they've been kind of had this rivalry going. So I think Bills defense is gonna come out swinging, and Buffalo's gonna get it.
Do you think the Bills defense is going to be smart enough to cover Travis Kelce, or are they going to give him 4 touchdowns as well, like the Raiders did?
No, I think they're gonna be smarter than that. He might get 2, but I also
Lance?
Lance, you cut out there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, Les called me quick. Yeah, I think I trust Josh Allen a lot more than Derek Carr to bring him back if he needs to.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay, now guys, before I bring up this next team, I need to back up a second. Lance, you commented on your Broncos playing at prime time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sunday night, Cowboys Eagles. That is a prime time game.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm going with the Eagles. It's in Philadelphia.
Can I don't land? You guys will have to agree to it, but can you make a note because my pick might change, and I know we're not going to get together again for this.
Yep.
Nope, we lost you. I can't hear
Lost you. Yep.
you. Luke.
Oh,
Luke. 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 Hello? Lance?
Okay, well, while we're waiting, just give me the Eagles.
Hell yeah, dude. Okay, he's gonna rejoin. He's gonna
Okay.
rejoin. So we
Yeah.
got him in here.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. It's just getting screwy. My pick is that if Cooper Rush starts, I'm going with the Cowboys. If Dak starts, I'm going Eagles.
All right. I
Okay.
like the pick for the Cowboys to win that game with Cooper Rush. I like that. You got confidence in him, huh?
I do.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think we should. He's been doing good. All right.
Yeah.
Prime time. Broncos Chargers Monday night.
Dear Lord.
I'm going with the Broncos on this one. I think they got to show. I think there's a lot of people talking about them right now, and I think that they got to show people, and I think that they can. I am going to go with the Broncos.
Why?
I can't. I'm doing Chargers.
I can't either. And it's in LA. I know everyone's talking about that doesn't matter, that no LA team, it gets over flooded with the opposing team, but I can't do it. I have to go Chargers. I just haven't seen enough from Denver.
All right. Okay. So that wraps up the week 6 predictions. We're going to jump over to week 7 really quick.
I was just thinking about this. Do you want me to do a score update before we jump into week 7?
Sure.
Okay. Got Phil at 43, Luke at 44, and Lance is winning with 46 correct so far.
I think I made some ground on. No, I didn't.
No, you were one behind me last week too.
Luke
I was one
did
behind
really
you.
good.
Yeah, Luke had the high for the week. Luke got
Yeah.
12 right last week. I got 10, and Phil, you got 9 right.
Yeah, I had a rough one. Anyway. All right. So let's jump over into week 7. The Saints and the Cardinals. Now this is kind of hard. I don't like that we're doing this, but this is the only way I can see this working.
Yeah.
These games are all pending, like whether teams win and lose next week. So we're just gonna have to go off the first 5 weeks or whatever and hope that we get close. Is that okay, guys?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. All right. So Saints Cardinals. I'm gonna go with the Saints on this one.
Saints.
Yep. As of right now, Saints.
No changes these though, because I can't change them while I'm on my honeymoon.
Okay. Yeah.
So
No, that's fine.
So they're locked in. They're locked in. Everything's locked in. Okay. Browns Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Ravens.
Ravens.
Bengals. Oh, sorry. Nope. Okay. I'm off. My bad.
Browns Ravens.
Yep. I'm going Ravens.
All right.
Sorry, I was going down my list and I was like, nope, that's Bengals. So nope. Don't listen to me.
You're good. Yeah, I don't know what you're using. I use just the normal NFL like Google search.
I went through like I said, I went through Bleacher Report when I was building this, so this is the list that they had on there.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Bucks Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Panthers on this one.
I'm gonna go Bucks.
It is in Carolina.
Yeah, give them this week with a new offense. I actually think I like the Carolina pick on this one. I'm going Carolina.
I mean, this is without knowledge of what they're going to do against the Rams next week, I'm taking a risk with the Panthers winning this game.
I'm just ready to shit on Tom Brady. Like, he's like boys gotta go.
Yeah. All right, Falcons Bengals. I am actually going to go with. Hold on, how long is Cordero Patterson out?
That I do not know.
I think he was placed on IR.
He's out. I'm gonna go with the Bengals then. Bengals.
Bengals.
Lions, Cowboys.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys on this one because even if Dak plays next week, if they lose next week with Dak, they're switching back, right?
I don't have the faith of the Cowboys to make that decision.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna go with the Cowboys though. It's Jerry. It's fucking that their owner. He's
Yeah,
makes their
Jerry.
Jerry Jones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So what did we all pick? I picked Cowboys.
Who? It's Lions.
Cowboys,
and
Lions.
Cowboys?
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
Lions. Yep.
Can I do a decision like Luke did for the last game?
Yes, you can use one.
Because if Cooper Rush plays against the Eagles and now against Detroit, I'm picking the Cowboys. But if they switch back to Dak, then I'm changing it to the Detroit.
Hey, I'm with you on that. I'm also gonna use my one mulligan thing on that as well.
Okay.
So same
I-
scenario.
I think because the Lions have a bye week 6, right? We didn't
Yeah.
choose them.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
I think this extra time off. I'm gonna say doesn't matter because I already used mine. Doesn't matter on the quarterback. I'm gonna try the Lions.
All right.
All right, we got the Giants and the Jags. I'm going with the Giants on this one.
I'm gonna go with the Jags.
I think I'm gonna go the Jags too.
God, you guys would like to pick against me. All right, Packers. Packers, Commanders. Green Bay.
Packers.
Packers across the board.
Colts, Titans. I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one.
Titans. Yep.
Yep, Titans. This is wow. The Colts are like playing their whole division like right away. This is crazy. But yeah, Titans.
Vikings also did that.
Well, like I think I think the Broncos are the only team out of their division that the Colts have played so far. Yeah.
All right, Texans, Raiders. The Raiders are winning this game because Texans aren't winning another one.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. They're
Yeah,
putting up good points against good teams.
give me the Raiders.
Okay, now Jets, Broncos. I'm gonna go with the Jets on this one. This one I have to pick against the Broncos. I'm sorry.
The just kind of like what you've been saying, Lance. The Broncos haven't shown me anything,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I'd go Jets as well.
I'm gonna go a little bit goofy on this one. I think because this week is in LA, I think Broncos go back home, and I think they have a good showing. So I'm gonna take Broncos on this one. I can't believe I'm picking them again though. Jeez.
Yeah, you gotta have a little faith. I get it.
Yeah.
Chiefs, 49ers. This one's interesting too. I'm actually
Ooh.
gonna go with the 49ers. This is in San Francisco.
I think I am too. Give me the Niners on this one.
I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs.
Okay.
I suppose you're on the fly for this week, aren't you, Lance?
Me, I'm on the fly.
Yeah, or do you have these picks already made?
Oh no, I got my sheet.
You made picks for week 7 already?
Oh no, I didn't make my picks, but I have my whole sheet with the schedule already made up.
Yep, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, Seahawks, Chargers. I'm gonna go with Seattle. I like what Gino's doing, man.
I'm gonna do Chargers.
I am also gonna do the Chargers. Sorry, Phil.
Whatever. All right, Steelers, Dolphins. I think by then Teddy at
Gross.
least should be back. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Steelers are not the team this year at all. Dolphins.
At least the Vikings are looking good so far, so that's why I still pick Minnesota. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think it doesn't matter who's quarterback for this game. I think I'm taking the Dolphins.
Almost agree with you. I think that this is a game that they could win with just Tyreek Hill.
Right. Yes. Yes, I agree.
All right, Bears Patriots. I'm actually gonna go with the Patriots on this one. This one's in New England. Patriots looking okay, so I'll go with them.
Yeah, I guess New England's defense isn't bad, but I like the run game of the Bears. I'm gonna go Bears.
I'm feeling weird too about this one. I think I'm gonna go to Bears too. Just there's just something about this, and I know it's Patriots at home. You never pick against Patriots at home, but I'm gonna try it. Bears.
Prime time too, man.
I know. I'm gonna be kicking myself next Monday.
That's what Bill likes, man. Primetime games at home.
Yep.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
All right, so that is our week 7 predictions. Guys, that's the show. That's the fucking show. We did it.
Hell yeah, we did it.
Little longer one there, but we took care of it, and we'll be back in 2 weeks and stuff. So yeah. I don't know. You guys got any pins to put on it, real quick?
Congrats on the wedding, Mr. Phil.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Thank you
Yes,
for
Brian.
being a part of it on Saturday. I appreciate you guys coming for it and everything, and I'm really excited and looking forward to my future. So
Hell yeah. And the Broncos, please get better.
yeah, so basically, I think if we wrap this all up, Lance is in the fucking shitter right now with his Broncos. Luke's hoping for a bounce back, and I'm kind of just vibing right now, right?
You do got to remember that the Vikings always tend to screw up somewhere. You can't even deny that.
Did I say I'm vibing for the rest of the season? I said I'm vibing right now. So
enjoy it while it lasts.
yeah, you have to. All right, so that is our week 5 result and week 6 and 7 predictions for the NFL on the Huge Sack podcast. We appreciate you guys tuning in. If you listen to this whole episode, we super appreciate that. This was a little bit longer one. I thought it was pretty good, though. I think everything went good. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget to tell people about it. Post it on Facebook, whatever. Do spread the news that we got a podcast, the Huge Sack podcast. We're rolling. Okay, Lance, Luke, what do you got to say?
All I got to say is, Lance, send us off.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you're gonna give us.
All right. Come on, boys. We gotta get rolling here.
It's NFL.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. All right.